Welcome everyone to the ninth edition of Battle on Board. And on the ninth edition, for the first time, we are going to have a different format. It will not be an arena event. It will be a 10 rounds Swiss League event. There will be a gap of 30 seconds between each rounds. The time control is 3 minutes plus no increment. So it's still a blitz without any increment. Let's see the players who have joined so far. The top seed is a FIDE Master from Czech Republic, Liverpool 174. Let's see who is Andrei Marchenko. So he's even FIDE card link is also provided. Second seed is Jakungil Sindarov from Uzbekistan. You can see that before the tournament also he is still playing some games. Javokir Sindarov, sorry. His profile has email ID, Instagram link and everything. Third seed is a Rook Gambler. He's a Russian player. Rick is his name written on the profile. FIDE rating is 2364. Fourth seed is I am Bashirli from Azerbaijan. Let's see who is Nail Bashirli. Third seed is a Rook Gambler. I hope the audio is working fine for everyone. Anyway, fifth seed is I am Lucas Diaskovic from Argentina. Sixth seed is FM Uzbekistan FM. Said Akbar, Said Aliyev. Seventh seed is Fighter 18. Not sure. The name is not mentioned. Eighth seed is I am Agunto. This one I know. There is Shanto Dash, International Master. Ninth seed is the Frankenstein. Let's see who is the Frankenstein. Arno Ghosh. Okay. So this is a new ID of Arno, I guess. Usually he plays with the ID I am Arno Ghosh, but he is doing title verification. Anyway, the next seed is I am Arjun Kalyar. This is Fighter 18. Not sure. The name is not mentioned. Eighth seed is I am Arno. Yes, Devanjan, for some reason, even I'm also getting this issue. I'm not sure what is causing it. Let's hope that it will be resolved now. Okay, now I hope it will be better. Anyway, let's continue with the next seed. 11th seed is I am Lagarto Liende. 12th seed is Arjun Kalyan, we have already seen. 13th seed is FM Aryan Varshne. 14th seed is Grandmaster Lakshman. 15th seed is Costa Kundu. 16th seed is I am Ogadip Das. If 17th seed is FM Baslia, that is Nikhil Dikshit, I think. 18th seed is Arad Nazari, FIDE master from Iran. Okay, so that's also his real name. 19th seed is Ram S. Krishnan. 28th seed is Sweet Heaven 983, that is Himanshu Sharma. Okay, there is another Sindarov. 24th seed. 26th is Mini Dora, that is Divankar Dhara. Aquarius SD11, I'm not sure who he or she is. Okay, Drupad Kashyap from Assam. 28th seed is I am Bharat Subramaniam. Rohit 1589, not sure who he is. Dada 1987 is the tournament director, Santu Mondal. Chess Pritam, is it Pritam Singh from Jharkhand? Yes. SD 2009, Dragon Chess. SD 2009, who he or she is? Let's see. Okay, no name mentioned. Dragon Chess. I don't know. Cartoon Trees 27 is Somrita Ghosh, the reigning national under 17 girls champion. Berg Chatterjee, MG underscore 19. He is also one of the organizers. I forgot to tell you the tournament is organized by three members, that is Arindam Mukherjee, Santu Mondal, and Partha Pratim Manna. They are the ones who are regularly organizing this event at least twice or thrice in a month and making sure that everyone gets to play against strong players not only from India but also from all over the world by inviting various IMs and GMs. And this time they decided that the tournament will be a Swiss League event, not an arena event, because Swiss League tournaments are the kind of which we play over the board. Cut-up Trace 27 is Somrit Tabush, reading nation. Let's see some new title players who have joined. Grandmaster Master Assassin, that is Grandmaster Aditya Ghosh. And I think yeah, we have already seen the other players. Here, yeah, FM Elas really joined. Aradhya Garg, he is the reigning national junior champion. And here I think we have already seen all the players. Yeah, so far 109 players have joined, still over 15 minutes to go. The total prize fund has been increased to 20,000 in this event. The first prize is, I think, let me check once. Yeah, so this tournament has a total prize fund of 20,000 with 55 different prizes. There are 25 main prize where the first prize is 1500 rupees, second prize is 1200, third prize is 1000. Below 1499 there are 6 prizes, 1500 to 1800 there are also 6 prizes, and 1801 to 2100 there are 6 prizes. Under 10, under 12, under 14 will receive top 3 prizes each. There is a best veteran prize also, and for women there are top 2 prizes. So time control is 3 minutes each. It's a Swiss league basis 10 rounds event. It is not an arena event, unlike the last 8 editions. So 13 minutes to go for round 1 to begin. Let me know your prediction. Who do you think will win the tournament? What will be the final score for the champion? Will we see any 10 out of 10, or are we going to witness 9.5 or 9 out of 10? Let me know your predictions. Eight editions. 12 minutes to go. 119 players have joined. 120 I can see. Let's see after the top 30 players. We have already seen top 30, I think. VNKHS, Monometer, D Notorious, SD1109, RMS 420, Kublu 18, The Intersect 005, Mathi Neela, Nimza Indian 35, Krishna 06, Obroj Jyoti, Sanjay 2177, Mr. Guiko Piano, Sustainability. I think he is Shayan Bush. Manda Plaid 5, PK 67, FM Ramakrishna. Okay. J Ramakrishna, I guess. I'm not sure. Candyman 81, Lalit Shahu, Bansilal, Athiya Arvi, 1325, India number one Sahib. Rituraj Amoli 2, Devashish IRS, Indian gang. YBG Chetia, Avichal Jadeja, Devjit 6, I Ago I am. Okay, that's an interesting ID. Bukar Podium 2, Sai Sarvesh Jan, Tinkerbell 10, Sashikant Mats, Ritujoy 5, Vigna Harta, Joy Matra 1947, Ronojoy 1990, K Ronak 60, Fire09, Arnav De, Isravi 9, Shovik D, Neeraj Tamuk 123, PKH 123, SRA 001, Olik 123456, Mishka 49, Anand 1970, Ipu Dragon, the King Crusher. Okay, so someone is a fan of King's Crusher channel, I guess. Priyansh 1990, Me Unstoppable, Opro 07, Good 20585, Shubhang 08, San Play Games, Manish Vatsa, Vinay India, Adi 2006, Nam WC, Singer Villain, Devesh 2012, Tyagi Arnav, Checkmate AZ, Bali Kole, Vivan Roy, Vishank 123, Vivan underscore S, Grandmaster Thor. Okay, so I hope you have Mjolnir wielded in your fist. Ratul 2010, Sohini 2009, Mahanati, Silent Killer 54371, Gautam 2912, TY 178, Saman OYB, Shawan V, I guess, Aviraj 264, Satya Singh Chaudhary, Shreyansh Pandey, Samviraj Chaudhary, Tanvin Kaur. So 128 players have joined. We have just less than 9 minutes left to go. Let's see the count of GMs and IMs. 1 GM, 2, and we have 3 and 4. 2, 4, 3, 7, 3, 8. So far we have 4 GMs and 9 IMs in the starting list. I hope that it will increase in the next 8 minutes. AVS 2000. Okay. He is the new top seed. Let's see who he is. Alexei Sorokin. FIDE rating is 2521. So 7 minutes left to go. 131 players have joined. Let's see how this tournament goes. Hi Mansoor, are you taking part in this event or are you just watching the stream? So just over 5 minutes to go. For those who joined late, welcome again to ninth Battle on Board online Blitz tournament. For the first time, this Battle on the Board will have a Swiss League tournament, which means it's not a regular Leeches Arena event. There will be a maximum of 10 rounds. There's a gap of 30 seconds between each round. Total prize fund has been increased to 20,000. There are 55 prizes, including 25 main prizes, and the remaining 30 prizes are age group, rating category, best veteran, and women prizes. So everyone has a lot of chances to get a prize. Considering only 141 players have joined, I'm sure it will be much more. Number of title players are 4 Grandmasters and 8 International Masters. It might have increased since I saw it the last time. I think, yeah. I can already see another International Master has joined. Yaguka Kawakauka. I don't know whether I pronounce it in the right way or not. So, yeah, 4 GMs and 10 IMs. 11 Mitrago has also joined. International Master Mitrago Go. Vinny BA from England. Vinay Bhatt 2519. So a lot of strong players are taking part from various countries. I can already recall that players from Azerbaijan, England, Uzbekistan, Argentina, Spain, Russia, of course, most of the participants are from India. So at least I would say 7 to 8 different countries are taking part in this event. Just less than 3 minutes to go for the tournament to start, which is also the time control for the tournament. 3 minutes each with no increment. It's a 10 round Swiss League event, not an Leeches Arena. So you cannot take a quick draw and then, try to play the next game or go for Berserk, because those things will not work. Each and every round has to be given equal importance. Try to play the next game. So it's 8:03 and the round 1 is about to begin in just less than 100 seconds. 150 players have joined so far. The number is increasing as the clock counts down to 152. Let me know your predictions for those who are watching. If anyone knows who is AVS 2000, let me know. He is the top seed. Also, if you know who is the FIDE Master Liverpool 17-4, that also let me know. Both of them have Leech's rating of 2672. And then we have Grandmaster Javogir Sindarov. Then we have a Russian player Rook Gambler. Then Vinay Bhatt from England. I am Dr. Melekis from Russia. So I think we have at least 4 Grandmasters and 11 International Masters from 7 or 8 different countries across the world. Less than 30 seconds to go for round 1 to begin. We're going to witness 1 hour full of action-packed drama. Let me know who do you think will win the tournament and what will be the final scores. So 10 seconds left. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. So now the games will begin. Whose game do we want to see? Let's see what AVS 2000, the top seed, is playing. He's playing against Bansilal, and Bansilal went for Budapest Gambit. Aronian has played this a few times. F6, that's quite strange. I'm not familiar with this variation at all. So, of course, this has to be some kind of preparation. That is the reason he played. And AVS 2000 played it safe. He decided not to take the pawn, allowing black to recapture it with the g4 knight. White exchanged the knights on e5. And the position is quite fine. Black should castle. Decided to go for a double pawn. What about queen h5 check, g6, queen h6? Would that be pleasant? Maybe. Then again, this is all part of preparation, I guess. Simon Williams recently released a DVD on Budapest Gambit, so I guess he or she, I'm not sure, might have learned some new tricks from the Ginger GM, and that's what he is applying. Devanjan Rudra says Diptayan will be in top 3 maybe. Yeah, that's a good prediction. Diptayan is very strong in Rapid and Blitz. I mean, he is obviously very strong in classical format also, but especially in Rapid and Blitz, he is very, very strong. He has a habit of finishing in the top 3 quite often, be it over the board or online. So far Bansilal has played quite fine. He hasn't made any kind of huge mistake, I should say. Rook d2, white wants to double the rook on d file to attack the d6 pawn. Rook g6, driving the queen away. White decided to give a check to gain a tempo. Although d6 is under attack, but I don't think d6 will fall anytime soon because, yeah, black is fine. But black needs to come up with some plans like queen e7, h5, h4 maybe. Or rook f8 and something like that. h6. So for those who are wondering, there is already a 30 seconds delay, so just in case if anyone follows the game, any player, then they will not be able to get any kind of ideas from the commentary. And it's not that I'm always saying 100% correct, sometimes I'm also making some mistakes. Anyway, queen e4 attacking the rook. The rook cannot go to g5 because of bishop h4, cannot go to f6 also because of bishop h4. Okay, g5 is there, but the problem with g5 is unnecessarily the king will be exposed, so rook e6 is one of the options. The other option is maybe queen g5, I guess, or queen e6, queen f6. I mean, black has several options. Yeah, the position is definitely pleasant for white, but that does not necessarily mean that black is in any kind of trouble. So if white wants to gain any shred of advantage, I think white needs to work hard and do something, create something out of this position. It is not going to be as easy at all for white. Although white is 26-72, but yeah, legislating cannot justify a player's strength. I think knight d8, the reason behind that is knight wants to go to f7, g5 and launch some kind of attack, c5. So if you play dc5, white will play rook d7 and try to create some kind of unpleasantness. Knight f7 defending the d6 pawn. I'm not sure if this is the best idea, but yeah, knight at d8 does nothing, so it's better to put the knight into some use. Knight f7, white took. Black obviously has to take, and taking with the knight is definitely a safer and a better idea. Queen g4. So white is just biding time and waiting for his opponent to make a mistake, and that's exactly what black did, and now black is forced to play a very unpleasant g5. Now maybe black should go with queen f7, queen g6 and h5, but queen f7 right now does not work because of bishop e5 check is there. If you play rook e5, then rook d6 is there, so queen f6, queen g6 has to be played, I guess, and then h5, h4. Whoops, that's a rook blunder after queen f8, and game is over. White is completely winning both in position and time. And d7 will also fall. d6 is also under attack. I mean, it's all over, completely over. Knight e4. I don't know how does that help. Rook d7. Yeah, bishop e5 is there. I think bishop e5 was better. Anyway, queen e5 also works. There's nothing wrong with either move. Yep, queen will drop and checkmate will follow soon. Okay, so black doesn't want to make a move and wait for the time to run out. So let's see what Grandmaster Sindorov from Uzbekistan is doing. He is an exchange up. Black wants to create something with the d4 pawn, but it will not be easy at all. Rook c1, the knight d3. Black is happy to repeat the moves to get a draw, but now after rook d2, the knight is quite trapped. King f1, and then black will be forced to drop the d3 pawn. Knight c2, rook d3, and you can't take b2 because rook d2 skewer was there. Knight d4. Yeah, it is all over. It's just a matter of time before white wins the game. Black is also down in time, so I don't see black getting out of this game anyway. Yeah, king f2, king e3 is the plan. And all pawns are dropping like flies, and game is over. Black ran out of time. So all games are almost over. Let's see if there is anything interesting. Yeah, all are mostly one-sided games at this point. Yep. Okay, let's see this one. Booker Podam 2 versus Hanger 18. Hanger 18 is a FIDE master. So black was down in time, but I guess the pass pawns B and D created a lot of trouble for white. So first round is over. We have a lot of players at 1 point. Let's see how many players are there at 1 point. 75 players are at 1 point. From 76 to 84, 9 players are at half point. And from 85 to 158, there are players at the players are yet to score. Anyway, so round 2 has already started. Let's see the first game which has already started. Miracle Master versus ATRV 1312. So this was a Karokan opening. I'm not sure exactly what is the name of this particular variation, but this is quite trendy. I mean, a lot of players play this. Have a double pawn on f7 f6. This double pawn in the olden days used to be considered to be bad, but in the modern days it is considered to be quite good because it's not going to be easy for white to launch an attack. Instead of a knight at f6, having a pawn at f6 means you can't even pin it. And if you attack and go for a break, then f6 will be the first point of contact, and then f7 will be there. So yeah, I think black is quite safe from any kind of future attack like f4, g4, h4, and then g5 break. So white has already done a long castle, and black would like to create something on the queen side. How will black create his chances? I'm not sure. b5, the idea is c5, I guess. King b1. Black finally decided to do short castling. Bishop takes g4. I'm not sure if taking the pawn is a good idea because after rook g1, what are you going to do? I mean, once you move the bishop, bishop h6 will come, right? Maybe that is the reason he decided to do that, and white is contemplating whether bishop h6 is a good idea or not. What do you think? Can white play bishop h6 in this position? I think yes, and exactly that is exactly what Miracle Master did. Because even if you take the rook at d1, white can play rook g7, king h8, rook h7, king g8, and then queen d1, threatening checkmate at g4 or g1. And if black plays g6, I think then bishop g6 is winning for white. Yeah, bishop g4 was definitely a huge blunder in black's part. That's something he shouldn't have done. Bishop h7. Okay, there's a quicker checkmate. King h8, bg7 checkmate. So it's an 18 move miniature. Remember not to capture your opponent's pawn in front of the castle king. That's not a good idea. Rito Sarvarikari says how to participate in the tournament. I am not sure. You can contact the organizers, but the tournament has already started. So I cannot say for sure whether they will accept or not. It is highly unlikely because this is a Swiss league event. So you have already missed round 1. And round 2 is already going on. That means you have missed round 2 also. Anyway, so the game was over. Black resigned. Let's see Aquarius d11 versus just 24 into 7. I think it is pronounced as 24. It's written as 24x or 24 cross 7, but it is pronounced as 24/7. So maybe you thought that 24 multiplies by 7, but that's definitely not the case. Queen f5 was played with the intention of playing bishop f3 first and then queen h3, but unfortunately that does not work because bishop f3, queen d3, queen h3, and then white has queen f1 always. So yeah, there is that. Why not? Okay, bishop f3. Yeah, it wouldn't have worked. Bishop f3, queen e8, queen h3 had bishop f1, and then if you take on e8, then there's a checkmate. Rook f1. Okay. Yeah, but black has consumed a lot of time, and the position is not something where you can survive in just 3 seconds, where your opponent has, over 90 seconds left on the clock, because you cannot make easy pre-moves in this situation. You always have to look for your opponent's move before making a move, and that's exactly what happened. Aquarius SG11 won the game. Okay, let's see what young Bharat Subramaniam is doing. He is an 11-year-old international master. Rito Sarvarikari is saying, I'm asking for the next event. Well, next event will only be announced after this one gets over. So I'm not sure. Again, you have to contact the organizers and then you will get to know when is the next event. Even I'm also not sure when the next event is. King h1, and even if black takes on d6, white plays c7 and the pawn motion is unstoppable. Still white can go with d7 and win the game. Yeah, unfortunately black is just a move short to play queen e5, and Bharat Subramaniam saved the day obviously because the position is winning. I mean, okay, queen f5 first would have been better idea, but anyway, this should also lead to a checkmate. Queen b3, I guess. King d2. This is just basic checkmate. Yeah, rook c to queen b1 is unstoppable. There's nothing black can do about it, and it's checkmate. So Najib 662 versus Iya Guka Kaukauka, international master, and a pawn will not be, black will not be able to stop it, I guess. Yep, white lost and black obviously won the game. Let's see how many games are going on. Anything interesting? Yeah, this one, I guess. Rook versus rook bishop. Yeah, rook versus rook bishop. Theoretically, the side who has rook bishop can win, but you have to know the theory, and your opponent has to make severe mistake. Otherwise, if the defender plays correctly, then it should be a what? Rook a2. So this is all because of pre-move. Both players are making a lot of pre-moves. I don't think white will win this, and now white can win this. The tables have turned quickly. White is not losing this, that's for sure. So minimum draw is there. White needs to go for a checkmate, and yeah, rook e8, rook h8, and it's a checkmate. Wow, 0.53 seconds. Fantastic. So round two is over. Obviously a lot of strong players are at 2 out of 2. Liverpool, Sindarov, Iago, Kakawakauka, Abdi Salimov. That is Uzbekistan IM. Diptan Ghosh, Aki 2001, Fighter 18, Avutuk, that is Shantodash. Chase Grunts, I'm not sure who he or she is. Frankenstein is I am Arunogus, Lagar Toliente, Mitra Okuho, FMLR Srihari, Lakshman. Okay, so round 3 has already started. We are going to see which game this one. AVS 2000 versus Fighter 18. AVS 2000 is at 24th position. That means he is also at 2 out of 2. We are witnessing a Grunfeld defense. Again, I'm not sure the name of the variation, what it is called, but what I'm absolutely sure is the name of the opening, that is Grunfeld defense. So White accidentally dropped the rook at b1 or what? Or changed the idea. I'm not sure what exactly is happening over here. d5 was played. I think maybe he played rook c1 with the intention of playing d5. But I'm pretty sure this is not the way the theory is played. This is not the way White should handle Grunfeld defense, because this somehow does not seem alright for White. Okay, White can play c4 and defend the pawn, but somehow doesn't look good. And he just exactly played that. Black is wondering or maybe recollecting what was the theory, whether to exchange off the queens or not. And Black played knight b4. White immediately cancelled, leaving the a2 pawn. I think Black can play queen a3 safely or not. Bishop c5 is there, so queen a3 is not safe. And oops, Black is in trouble. Oh my god. I think ed5 also, no, ed5 also does not work because ab4 comes with a tempo. So Fighter 18 is in trouble. That's why you can see that he's consuming a lot of time. So for someone who was playing Grunfeld, okay, knight c6, he managed to save the knight. White cannot take it because the d5 pawn is in a pin. Bishop c5. I think White has a winning position. White just needs to play this correctly. Bishop f8, knight c1. Don't play bishop g7, rook c1. Yes. And now knight e5 maybe. Okay, first save the pawn. That's also fine. Okay, knight e5 was not possible. My bad, because the e2 bishop was hanging. So Black is going for a simple strategy. If you're down by a pawn, go to opposite killer bishop endgame, and it will be difficult for your opponent to gain any kind of advantage. So if White wants to win this, White has to work very hard, because Fighter 18 has made sure that it's not going to be easy. I don't think it's a good idea. Bishop e3 is there, but rook f1 is obviously there. I mean, okay, White has to play f4. I mean, if not now, then when? You have to take and go with c5. Nope, f6, and no other option is left except for a draw. Should have taken at that time, and now nothing can be done. Yup, they should end up in a draw. Unless White makes a huge mistake. Yeah, taking does not make sense. Fe5, fe5, rook f8, bishop f8, and it still leads to a draw. So king f5 is the entry he wants to take, but okay, the entry is not there, and now Now black gains an edge unless white plays bishop a5 and locks the door. And he exactly did that. King c7. Okay, now it's a draw. Black will make an attempt, king d6, king c5, but I don't know what white is planning to do here. Even if white decides to sacrifice an exchange, it won't make sense. Yeah, I think he wants to go with rook d4 or something. Now, if this game is the decision of the game, if it happens based on just clock, then it will be quite sad. I think 50 moves will be played before the game gets decided on clock, unless there's a threefold repetition or a photographic draw or something like that. Yep, it is a draw finally. Okay, let's see what's going on. Bharat Subramaniam is in trouble. He's down by a bishop. No, sorry. Bharat Subramaniam is winning. Yaguka is in trouble. IK, I should say IK. Head to head score is IK 8.5, Bharat 4.5. So black is making a lot of pre moves. And he just blocked his own bishop's path. Needs to bring the king. What is he doing? Yes. He took a lot of time to bring the king. What? Oh my god. Of course, Bharat did not play to his level best in the end, but that's alright. I mean, okay, let's see this. Alekhine 575 versus Esra V9 and Black ran out of time. Okay, this one also got over. Which game is going on? This one, I guess. No, all games are over, I guess. Let me refresh once. Okay, all games are over. Only this. Yeah, all games are over. So a lot of players are at 3 out of 3. Let's see how many players are there. 12 players are at 3 out of 3 from 13 to 27. 2.5. We have Grandmaster Georg Harutunian from Armenia also joining the tournament. So 3 seconds left for round 4 to begin. Okay, let's see this game. Rook Gambler versus Vinay Bhatt. What happened? Game did not. Okay. So first move leeches gives you I think 15 seconds to make the first move. If you don't make a move within 15 seconds, then you forfeit the game. So London system turned into a Sicilian-like structure. I mean, not exactly Sicilian because the e-pawn moved to d5. But yeah, black structure is almost Sicilian-like, but not white's. Of course, white cannot take it d5, d5, and white drops the bishop at f4 because of the discover attack. Knight f5. So if black plays bishop f8, then knight h6 was there. So bishop f8 was not possible. Queen c7. Black had to defend the bishop with the queen. White should move the queen out of the d file so that d5 becomes a real threat. I think he should have played queen e2 first and then went with d5 or knight e7, whatever. Anyway, this is still fine. Knight h4 with the idea of knight f5. e4 I don't think works. Okay, g6 was played. Now queen e2 threatening both b5 and e5. Queen e2 seems to be an interesting move in this position. Okay, f4 f5, that's a good plan. But I'm not sure if it is the best plan. I personally liked queen e2 making a double attack on b5 e5 to be much better than this. But yeah. Okay, so it was a draw. Quite a surprising result, I should say. White offered a draw and black accepted. Which game do we see next? Let's see what Tipton is doing. Tipton is playing against Chess Grunts. I'm not sure who is Chess Grunts. The result is Tipton has 2.5, Chess Grunts has 1.5. Okay, so he's from Iran. Mahdi Gulami Orivi. So he's a strong player. Rook a1. Bishop b4, I guess. Or maybe bishop f2. Yeah, bishop b4. You don't want to allow the b5 and c4 pawn to move freely. Black offered a draw again. White obviously declined for the simple reason that even though the position does not offer much for white, white's pieces activity are much better, it's true, but white has a huge advantage in time. So that is what Diptan is banking on. Maybe rook a7, rook c7 looks like a promising idea. Yes, he found it. Knight e5, f4 has knight g4. Okay, so first rook c7 and then go with f4. But f4 has knight g4, king e1. I think yeah, white should be fine after that. Or bishop c3. Yes. f6 is there, I guess. No f6. Isn't it winning for white? Yes. Now rook h8 checkmate is unstoppable. Oh, black completely missed the checkmate pattern. So that's why we need to solve a lot of checkmate patterns. Anyway, let's see what Frankenstein, that is I'm Arno Ghosh, is doing against FM Aki 2001. So black is still trying to create something on the queen side. Black has material advantage. Rook b1, yes, rook b1. I was wondering if it's working or not. It did not work. So rook b1 just turned out to be a false threat, and black had to settle for a draw. Black is happy to settle for a draw, I guess. Anyway, let's say this battle between two IMs. Mitra versus Roy Arjun. Mitra is in few seconds left. Oh my god. He was playing very fast, but the position was also not in his favor. Anyway, let's see. Miracle Master versus Arad Nazari. Yeah, black won this. 3 queens on the board. Wow. Which game should we see? Not sure. This one, let's see. So many queens on the board. 3 queens. So I think there were at least 2 games in this round where there were 3 queens. Queen rook versus rook, and white won, I guess. Yeah, white won. Okay, let me refresh this to find out which games are running. So Kostov has to checkmate with the rook. Yeah, 13 seconds is a lot of time. He knows it very well how to checkmate with the rook. And opponent having less than 1 second also helps him work things in his favor. King h3, king f3, king h2, king f2, king h1, rook h3, and it's a checkmate here. Yep, all games are over. I think we will get ready for round 5 now. So 3 players are at 4 out of 4. They are Diptayan, Grandmaster Sindarov from Uzbekistan. The reason I'm saying Grandmaster Sindarov is because there are 2 Sindarovs playing from Uzbekistan. So yeah, and the third leader at the end of round 4 is International Master Abdi Salimov Abdi Malik, also from Uzbekistan. Then we have Blitz King, Grandmaster Lakshman RR. So let's see the game between 2 Grandmasters, Sindarov and Diptayan. Both of them are the tournament leaders at 4 each. Sindarov's head-to-head score against Diptayan is 6-3. Sindarov has 6 points and Diptayan has only 3. So it is a good opportunity for Diptayan to reduce the gap, maybe make it 4-6 and get closer to winning the tournament. So what started as Karukan turned out to be something like reverse slab exchange variation, kinda. I don't think a reverse slab exchange variation exists. Reverse Sicilian exists. Reverse a lot of things exist. Reverse dragon and everything, but this one I don't think exists. White wanted to gain the b5 pawn, and of course black had to defend it, so queen b7 was played. Bishop g5, knight bd7. It is quite a difficult position for black to play because the knight cannot get to c4. And there's a long maneuvering like bishop f8, knight e8, knight d6, knight c4. But yeah, that's something worth considering because it's not easy for white to make a progress in this position. Diptayan has time advantage. He has too many seconds. Opponents 95 seconds. Yeah, I think bishop f8, knight e8, knight d6, knight c4 can prove to be good for black, but again, I'm not sure. Rook c7, rook e7. Maybe black was planning to go with e5 at some point, but it definitely will not work now. f4 has to be played, but then black has d4 break, I guess. But I don't think black wants to open up the position because the more black opens up the position, white has a bishop pair that will only help white, not black. So f4, f6, black is looking for a way to open up the position. ef6, knight f6, bishop e3. Bishop wants to go to c5 probably. Or right now I would say rook a7 is also a viable threat because you cannot take knight a7 as rook a7 and then black just loses a knight for nothing. before break finally worked. Yeah, black had to sacrifice a pawn because not a lot of things were going in black's favor. Queen d5, queen e5, queen f3. Queen f3 works, right? Oops, there's a rook at b8 hanging. Otherwise, queen f3 would have been absolutely fantastic. Both d3 bishop and the g3 pawn being under attack. I mean, yeah, that would have been good for black. Yeah, I think this is winning for white. How, I'm not sure. Because white cannot save the b4 pawn, so taking on b5 means black takes on b4. And then I don't think it is winning anymore. Yeah, so it's not winning, my bad. b5 knight b4, and I think black should be able to save this game. Of course, black has to play correctly to save the game. White is going for rook e8, rook g8, or first rook g8 directly. King has to run away. Yes. White doesn't want to draw. Wow, white had an opportunity to go repeat the moves and get a draw. But somewhat he is confident about his position, and that's why he decided not to repeat the moves and go for a draw. Yeah, the turn is in deep trouble, I think. Oops, his rook got trapped. Okay, so which game do we see? Rook versus rook? No, this is winning. Chess grants. What? He was looking for a way to checkmate away. This one looks interesting, but I guess that got over. Alekhine 575 versus Machu Picchu. What's going on? Rook versus rook. So they are both playing for time, or hoping that someone makes an incorrect move. White could have exchanged the rooks and gone for a draw. Even black also could have, but no one wants to draw. Yeah, yes, 50 move was reached. So 5 rounds got over. Grandmaster Syndrome from Uzbekistan is currently leading. 5 out of 5. 5 more rounds to go. Halfway. We are at the halfway mark of the tournament. Liverpool, Vinay Bhatt, Rook Gambler, Russian player, Arjun Kalyan, Lagat Alayane, Aki are at 4.5 points. Six players are at half point behind the leader. Yeah, sometimes the words just, you know, go round and round and round. Okay, which game do we see? Syndarov's game is what we are going to see now. Liverpool versus Syndarov. Wow, 2-move draw. Why not for a draw? No, this is not something we like to see. No, I completely dislike to see this. Draw after 2 moves. This is very bad, I would say. Because okay, I mean you're doing it because you want to have chances of winning the prize, but as a spectator or as a commentator, I do not like to see 2-move draw. I mean that's just against the spirit of the game. I mean, if you're playing an online tournament, the stakes are absolutely zero, I should say, because everyone is playing from the comfort of their home. Win, loss, or draw, it doesn't matter much. So, yeah, why not play a game instead of taking a draw in just 2 moves? This is very wrong. I hope the organizers will consider having some anti-draw rule, or maybe having minimum 20 moves or 30 moves rule to get a draw. At least in Swiss tournaments, I mean. This makes no sense. Anyway, let's get back to the game. So white is a Rook Gambler. He's a Russian player. Strong Russian player. Maybe he's an IM or GM, I'm not sure, but his Leech's rating says 2608. An untitled player cannot score 2608 in Leech's so easily. I mean, it is possible. Practically, it is possible. Theoretically, it is possible, but quite difficult to imagine. Anyway, black is I am Lagarto Liende. He is from Spain, if I am not mistaken. The position looks roughly equal. I would say it's not easy for black to play because black does not have a lot of space. White would like to place his knight on b4 to keep the a6 pawn defended and to free up the a1 rook, but yeah, I think that is the reason black decided to play b4. So that if white plays knight b4, black has bishop d4, and to create some kind of imbalance. So cb4 was played. White just wanted to make sure that he keeps the knight on the board, and after exchanging on c8, he will bring the other rook to c1 and have control on the c file, and maybe create some kind of nasty threats. I think white is winning, I would say, because queen d8, rook c8, queen c8, rook c1, queen d8 or queen d8 anywhere, queen b7 with the threat of rook c8. And if you take, then also I will take rook b7, ab7, rook c8, and white will win. So that is the reason to prevent all kinds of anomaly. Black had to play rook c6, and I think white has an interesting option, that is b5. Go b5. b5, rook c1, queen c1, knight b c1, rook c1, king h2. I should be winning. And after rook c1, if the queen goes anywhere else, then white can definitely play rook c8, queen c8, and maybe queen c6. Queen c6 should be good, or not. Maybe not. Queen b7 is better. Yes, definitely queen b7 is better. Queen c1 check is not there, and white's threat is simple. Queen moves not or whatever. d8, e8, f8, knight b4, knight c6, and white will win. Yeah. So rook gambler, the Russian player, has won the game. There's nothing black can do about it. Knight b4 should be played. Don't think about b6, doesn't work. Bishop b6 is there. Yeah, white can afford to let go of the b2 pawn because it's a double pawn and it makes no sense. And if black captures it, white always has queen a7. b5 cannot be captured because black has back rank weakness. So just like yesterday, Nakamura did not take a proper look at his back rank and lost against Carlsen in the final Blitz game before they were headed towards an Armageddon, which is the ultimate form of tiebreaker. I don't think knight a7 was the best idea. I think queen e7 or something was probably a better idea to exchange off the queens. Unnecessarily, white just allowed black to create a monster. No, this is bad. I mean, e3 looks absolutely bad for white. If e3, queen e3, knight e7 is worse. Okay, so after queen e7, white is threatening b6. Yeah, black should play queen e7. There is nothing wrong with queen e7. Queen b8, queen e8, a7, I guess. Bishop a7, queen a7. It should have been much more easier and simpler win for white. White just went to capture a very tiny, puny, useless pawn at a7. King f1, yes. Bishop a7, queen a7. Queen b5 check. Oh no, white is not winning anymore. What? Black completely missed queen b5 check. Oh no, black just missed a simple move which would have given him a huge advantage. Yeah, play b6. I mean, if you don't play b6 after queen c7, then when are you going to win? Now it should be a draw. Black could have... It was winning for white, then it was winning for black. Black had a minimum draw, and now black has a maximum as a draw. Wow. So white's idea is simple. White wants to run away with the king to the a6, b7, c8. But black will make sure that's not possible. Queen a4 check. King is forced to go back. Queen b5. Yeah, and queen b3 also works. There's nothing wrong. Queen c4 check. Oh, that was a blunder. Now white is winning, I think. King d5. Yes. What are you wondering? h4. What? Why won't you play king g6? Okay, they're playing quite strange under time pressure. I mean, okay, white is still winning this, but white just played a lot of inaccurate moves in the end. He won it, but he should have won it, I think, yesterday. But he won it the day after tomorrow. Anyway, let's see this. Monomita versus Fire09. What? This is what happens when you play a lot of pre-moves. Rook c1, queen c1, f5 f6. No, no f5 f6. Queen f7, queen d7. Yes. Okay, so sixth round is over. Grandmaster Sindarov, Vocabler, and Arjun Kalyan. These three are leading 5.5 out of 6. Then we have a lot of players at 5 points. I am Arindam Coach, Grandmaster Diptan, FM Liverpool, FM Elas Riyari, Bharat Subramaniam, International Master. Chess Grunts, I'm not sure who he or who she is. I am Lucas Liaskovic. Yeah, these are the players at 5 points. 4.5, there are a lot of players. Yep, round 7 is about to begin. Okay, let's see the game between Sindarov and Vocabler. I think we won't see a short draw in this round. Well, Black opted for Hungarian defense, something I haven't seen in, I would say, half a decade or something. I don't know when was the last time I saw someone playing Bishop E7 in a tournament against Bishop C4. I had a friend who used to play Bishop E7 against Bishop C4 a lot in my childhood. So that's how I got to know about the name of the opening, Hungarian defense. It is quite strange, quite passive line. So white actually tempted black to play Bishop F3 to have an open G file, so that it is easier for white to launch an attack with F4 and so on. White, I think, is ready to give up the H3 pawn because there is no interlane way to defend the H3 pawn. Rook H1 is there, so that is the why keyword is intelligent. Rook H1 is, of course, not something anyone would like to play. So not only after Queen H3, F3 will also be under attack. So white has to think about what to do with the F3 pawn. Maybe play F4 right now. Bishop E3, Queen D2 is also another option, but would white be willing to give up 2 pawns? I'm not sure. Knight G3, so H3 is tactically defended. If you play Queen H3, then Rook H1 and the H5 knight will drop. So if you play Knight G3, then white will play Rook G3, but then again black has Bishop H4. After that, I guess Rook G4 and temporarily white manages to defend the pawn. Or maybe just simply take G7 pawn, I don't know. So many options are there, and there was another quick draw. Again, it's quite strange. So Frankenstein versus Arjun Kalyan, let's see their game. Frankenstein is I am Arindam Ghosh. Bishop D1. Again, white's pieces are quite passive. Rook C1 has to be played, I guess. Yes, Rook C1 was done. Idea is maybe Queen C5 or Rook C5 at some point. Not Rook C5 immediately because Bishop E7 is there. Yeah, the position is quite unpleasant for white. Queen b5 is met with Rook c5. Queen d3 has to be played, but then Queen b4 is there. So did black just lose a piece? Did he? I think so. Queen b4 has Bishop e7, but Queen c3 is there. Bishop c5, Queen d3, bd3, dc5. Yeah, I think white should be winning. Or Queen b7 is also there. Not sure how good of an idea queen b7 is, because if queen d2, queen a8 check, bishop can be saved. But after queen b7, if the rook moves, then what? Bishop c5. Bishop f8, I guess. Bishop f8 has bishop d6, so that's why he's wondering. I think king h7 is the safest option, but then bishop c5, sorry, dc5 would have been good for white. What? Black just blundered a piece. Nope. That's terrible calculation. Bishop e5 has f6, then bd5, and checkmate at g8 is our stop. Well, you can't even take e5 because the queen will be dropped. Fantastic play by Arindam. Not so. Queen g8, king h6, bishop f4, and white wins. Yep, not so good play from Arjun. Anyway, let's see the next game. Chess Grants versus Liverpool 17-4. So black is definitely a Liverpool fan. It goes without saying because of his ID. Rook c3. Rook 8. White managed to pin the f8 bishop, but how is he planning to capture it? I'm not sure. The position is quite imbalanced, although white is ahead by an exchange, but I don't think white has huge advantage, I should say. Rook e8 has bishop h3, I guess. Knight e6, king h2. Knight g5. Isn't it winning for black? Nope. Black is down by a piece. h5. So it's just a battle of pre-moves now. Black is winning now, obviously. Yep, white ran out of time. Fire on the board 26. Fan of Shirav, I guess. Wow, rook b3, good move. Rook b3 cannot be played because bishop a6 was there, and it was completely winning for white. Rook b5, I guess. g5 drops. That was a mouse slip, I think, because no one would want to play rook f5 when g5 was hanging. So last two games around. Let's see, this game got over. I think both got over. Let's refresh. No, one game is on. Yep, queen g2 checkmate. So 7th round got over, and I think wow, there are 6 players at 6 points. FM Liverpool, Grandmaster Cinder, Brook Gambler, International Master Arindam Ghosh. I am Har Subramaniam. I am Lucas Lieskovich. Then a lot of players are at 5.5. Grandmaster Lakshman, Vinay Bhatt, AVS 2000. I am Arjun Kalyan. FM Aki, I am Mitrabo, and I am Organic Dash. Grandmaster Diptan has flipped to 5 out of 7. Anyway, so the round has started. Let's see the game between Liverpool and Frankenstein. Liverpool is currently leading. Frankenstein is I am Arindam Ghosh. He is playing Alpine defense. A lot of students of Alpine Chess Club plays Alpine defense. I never played Alpine's defense opening myself. Yeah, but I faced that opening a lot. It's an interesting opening, definitely. Knight f3. d5, c5. Yeah, the position looks comfortable for white, but of course black is still in the game. Yep, black drops on exchange. Knight b8, I guess. cb6 as queen b6. Yes. So white gained an exchange, but if we talk about material imbalance, then white is just ahead by 1 pawn. d4 is also weak. Black wants to go with a5 break, I guess. Again, practically how much viability is that is worth considering, because after a5, b5, rook a5 or queen a5, whatever, white has a rook b3, so maybe b5, knight a5 is worth considering. White wants to play h6 at some point, I guess. Knight a7, rook h1. Queen f5, aha. hg6 is there. Yeah, queen d2, the idea is to play queen h6 and make some checkmate threats at h8. But black has already put the queen on f8. I still think queen h6 at some point is a good idea. Maybe now also. Knight g5, knight h7, queen h3 maybe, or queen h7 check is fine. Queen h8, yep, a8 drops. Yeah, it's all over. King e7 has queen e8 and there's no counterplay for black. So Liverpool won the game. Let's see what Bharat Subramaniam and Grandmaster Sindhurova is doing. Black has a couple of extra pawns and both of them are on f5, f4 and f7. Knight b5, white has a simple threat to... Wow, so quickly pre-moves were played. Huh? Bishop d2, rook d2 happened and then rook e7 was played. I actually, with my normal eye, could only see rook e7. By looking at the score sheet, I realized bishop d2 also happened. Anyway, after bishop f3, c6 is not a good idea, I guess, because knight d6, c5 and the knight. It will not be easy for black to remove the knight from d6 square. Yeah, white is ahead in... no, white is ahead in material, right? Yes. Knight e4. What if black takes it? Rook d2 is the only possible capture, not knight e4, because d8 rook is unprotected. Knight d6, knight f6 happened, and I think white should win this comfortably. It is completely in his favor. Knight d4, I guess. c5, knight d b5. I mean, knight 4 b5. Even knight f5 is also fine. Yeah, white just wants to exchange pieces and have a comfortable finish. White is ahead in material and time both, so why not exchange pieces? Knight e8 or knight e4. Yep, black resigned. So Bharat Subramaniam beat Grandmaster Sindhurova. Mitrova is winning against AVS 2000. Yeah, 8 seconds is plenty of time for him to finish. Well, this will be interesting. Srihari has knight and 2 pawns versus Organim's lone rook. Of course, in the end game, the side who has connected passed pawn is considered favorite, but it will be very difficult for black to defend this. Yes, black resigned because it's just easily white's passed pawns are rolling down the board. Okay, so all games are over, I guess, after round 8. Three players are leading: FM Liverpool, Rook Gambler, and I am Bharat Subramaniam. Two players are at 6.5: Vinay Bhatt and I am Mitra Guha. A lot of players are there at 6 points. Grandmaster Sindarov, the Frankenstein, I am Arindam Ghosh. Grandmaster Lakshman, I am Rohit Arjun, that is Arjun Kalyan. Then Grandmaster Nityan Ghosh. Chess Grants, FM Milas Rayari, Lucas Liaskovich, I am Santu Das, Ramesh Krishnan, FM Aryan Varshney, and FM Hangar 18. So it's going to be a close battle. This is the penalty round, 9th round. Let's see the game between Rook Gambler and Liverpool 174. That is the top two players. So knight d2 was a trick. If you take out the bishop, white would have taken the h5 knight. That is the reason black played knight df6 to defend the h5 knight. Knight a3, a6. White has an open h file. I don't think he needed to do castling. He could have kept his king on g1 and have the rook on h1. King f1, king g1, just moving the king to squares would have been quite interesting, I would say. White has offered a draw and black declined. So it's good to see that we are not going to witness some quick 19 move draw. We're going to witness a strong battle. What we all like to see. Knight d4. Yeah, white couldn't have taken with the queen because bd4, cd4, queen d4, black would have gained a pawn. White should take it, knight b3, b3, queen d6, yeah, and hope for a draw. The bishop can prove to be quite challenging, so that's a rook c1 is a good idea. Black should play rook cb8 or rook. I'm quite surprised. I mean, okay, this is still fine. Black gets to keep the bishop on the board. Bishop e3 maybe. h5, yes. So black has an outside passed pawn. Of course, it's not going to be easy for black to roll the pawn down the board and promote a queen. So it will be difficult. But definitely black is the one who's playing for a win, and white is only playing for a draw because it's not possible for white to go for a win. king g6. Yeah, e5. Finally, white decided to play e5. I don't know why he wasn't playing this for quite some time. E5 has e6, so that's a nice trick. And if you play rook a6, white can still take it and play knight f5. Oops, did black just blunder? Not sure. Rook f7. Okay, he didn't play rook f7 because there was no way to defend the e6 pawn after the king moves. So that's why he went with e7. Yeah, it's a draw now. Whether white takes the rook or not, it doesn't make a difference. Just a draw. Okay, bishop f2 and black can... No, bishop f2 had rook d8 checkmate. So, yeah, there is that. So neither player is ready to take a draw, especially black I should say, so that's a good thing. Oops, that's a terrible blunder. King went actually too far away from the action. So Grandmaster Sindarov versus I am Mitrova. Sindarov is in trouble. Bishop e5, no, rook f7 and game over. Knight e3 maybe? Yeah, he wants to... Yeah, I think perpetual is the best bet. Or not. Whoops. This should lead to a checkmate. Yes. King e2 was the mistake which Sindarov did. He should have stayed between f2, f1 to h1. So Mitrova picked up a fantastic victory. And Lucas Liaskovich is winning this. Let's say this one, Bishop ending. Arjun Kalyan is trying to save the day. Yeah, I think it was winning already. A2 check, king b2, bishop c1, and so on. If king a1, then bishop c3, bishop b2, bb2, king b2, it was winning anyway. Okay, he wanted a comfortable victory, and that's exactly what Hanger got. Hanger was hanging on to the thought of promoting a queen. Let's see what Unstoppable is doing against Sahib. Should be a draw. Rook f5 is what white should have played. White is unnecessarily going for a win. Oops. What? And white won. Oh my god. I said unnecessarily he was going for a win and that turned out winning. So anyway, so round 9 got over. Rook Gambler from Russia is currently leading. So leader 8 out of 9. Vinay Bhatt and I am Mitravo is at 7.5 each. And there are a bunch of players at 7 points. Liverpool, I am Bharat Arno Ghosh, Diptayan, Chess Girls, Lucas Leskovic, FM Hanger 18. And FM Aryan first name. 3 players at 6.5. Aquarius, Fighter, age 1926. Anyway, the final round has begun. 72 games are in progress. Which game do we see? Yeah, between Mitravo and Rook Gambler. This is the last round. Rook Gambler needs a draw to become champion. Of course, Mitravo is not going to take a draw because he knows that he has an option to go for a championship, and he would definitely prefer to go for a win instead of taking a short draw because he is not the kind who takes a quick draw, especially in situations like this. Queen d2, bishop d7. b4, knight e4. f5, yes. Mitravo so far is playing very solid, not taking any unnecessary chances. If an opportunity presents itself, then definitely he will take. But so far, no opportunity has been presented by his opponent, so he didn't take any unnecessary risks. wants to be placed at f4, I guess. And d6 is also a backward pawn that needs an attention from white's pieces. Yeah, the more the pieces are getting locked up, it's going to become difficult for white to go for any kind of win. F6 to b1. Yeah, white has a firm control in this position, but how to convert it into a victory, I'm not sure. Knight e2 with the idea of f3 followed by knight f4, or maybe knight f4 directly. I don't know. Yeah, knight d5 is a threat, but c5 is hanging. I think c5 should be defended with rook c2. Again, I'm not sure. Yeah, knight d3 is a better way with a threat of knight d5, I guess. Yep, black defended it well with knight d7. Bishop d5 works? No. Because bd5, bd5, rook d6 has knight f6, so bd5 check does not. Knight c5, knight f4. Knight d5? Knight d5 works, right? Yes. Black just missed it, I think. Or maybe deliberately he gave it up to open up the d5, King g2 should be played, I guess. Rook d4, no, knight d2. Knight d4 is the idea, I guess. Rook e4 or rook a4, rook a4 first. I think I would have preferred the rook a4. Maybe white wants to push the pawns on the king side, I guess. King f3, rook f4, king e4, and so on. Rook f4 has to be played. This should be a win for white. Yeah. Yeah, now white is completely winning. Wow, that's an interesting, very, very interesting rook ending, but I think white is completely winning. White's connected pass pawns are too strong. I think king h7 should have been played, but white got f6 with the tempo. Rook g8, king h8, king h6. That not. Nope. Oops. Wow, I just lost. There was a minimum draw and now just check what will happen. Fantastic turn of events. I think a4 is the pawn which white should have taken, then it would have been much more easier than taking on e4. Okay, let's see this king pawn again. This is completely winning for white. Mathi Nina is winning and he or she won. So Grandmaster Sindarov is also winning. Yeah, 6 seconds is a lot of time because doing a checkmate with queen and knight is quite easy. Okay, so round 11 got over, the tournament is over, and the winner of the ninth battle on board online Blitz Open is Rook Gambler. He is from Russia. Second position went to FM Liverpool. The champion finished a full point ahead. He scored 9 out of 11. Second position went to FM Liverpool, who was leading for the majority of the tournament. He scored 8 out of 11. Sorry, 8 out of 10. 9 out of 10 and 8 out of 10. I'm sorry. Third position went to Grandmaster Diptayan Ghosh. So Devanjan's prediction came true. He said Diptayan will finish in top 3, and Diptayan did finish in top 3. Chess Grants finished at 4th position, 8 out of 10. I am Lukas Liaskovic finished at 5th position, 8 out of 10. 6th position went to I am Arindam Ghosh, 7.5 out of 10. Vinay Bhatt also 7.5 out of 10. 7th. 8 I am Mitravo Go, 9th FM Fighter 810, 10th FM Hanger 810. They all scored 7.5. 11 to 17th, 7 out of 10. I am Bharat Subramaniam, 11th, 12th Lakshman, 13th Kausav Kondo, 14th I am Shantan Das, 15th RMS 420, 16th Aradhya Garg, 17th Aryan Varshney FM, 18th Aquarius D11, 19th AVS 2000, 28th Arjun Kalyan 6.5, 21st to 30 6.5 points each. FM Ela Srihari, 22nd Mathinila, 23rd I am Orgadip Das, 24th Arad Nizari from Iran, 25th Ramesh Krishnan, 26th just 24 into 7, 27th Devankon Dhara, 28th D Notorious, 29th Agent 1926, 30th Sahib Knight, 31st to 46 points each. Grandmaster Sindarov 31st, he did not play the last round. 32nd Ivagoka Kawakoka, 33rd Bashirli, 34th Hambi Pongal, 35th SD1109, 36th Mr. Guiko, 37 FM Nikhil Dixit, 38 Pradeep 89, Pradeep Ghosh I guess, 39 Alekhain 575, 40th Avichal Jadeja 3rd, 41st to 49 6 out of 10. Gaddy does deep, Tinkerville 10, the Intersex 05, SD 2009, Me Unstoppable, Najib 662, Sustainability, Miracle Master, Rohit 1589, 50th FM Aki 2001, 5.5, 51st to 60, 5.5 each. I have Lagarto Liende, Shomrita Ghosh, Mondal Plaid 5, GKCA, Lalit Shahu, PK 67, Dragon Chess 64, Abhas Chess, Rita Joy 5, 61st to 70, 61st to 67, 5.5. Moravita, Mayuk Chatterjee, Shashikant Mats, News Indian, Dara 1987, one of the organizers, Santu Mondal, Kartik 2401, Tejar Chess 68, Abdi Salimov. Abdi Salimov did not have a good tournament. He did not play the last 2 rounds. Indian Gang, MG_19, he is also one of the organizers. Arindam Mukherjee did not have a good tournament. 71 to 85 points each. Obarajoti, Priyanshu, India number 1 Sahib, Candyman 81, 5 on the board, Krishna 06, Mayu 2805, Banshilal, S Ravi 9, Unaku, Eduku, 81 to 90, 81 to 88 finished at 5 points, Sanjay 2177, Y Vijay Chetia, 509, Anand 1970, London Dragon. Wow, that's interesting. London Dragon. So not Sicilian Dragon or Thai Dragon or something like that. Sritama is Fast and Furious 1983, Vinay India, Mopal 1, Gublu 18,
91 to 100, 4.5 each. Sundara Mindstormer, I guess. Moni Hs, FM Ramakrishna. Good to 0585, VN Catches, Sai Sarvesh Jan, Neha Singh, Siddhu 1997, Athiyar V 1325, K Raunak 60. 101 to 110, 101 to 103, 4.5 each. Devanjan 777, Joymatra 1947, Ram WC Oboro 07, Singaravelan, I Agu Ayam, SRA 07, PKH 123, Mishka 49, Manish Vatsa 111 to 120, Shomangi 08, Arnav De, Ipu Dragon, Gotham 2912, Krishna 1, Saptorshi 10409, Checkmate AZ, PV Satyan, Tyagi Arnav, Vivan Roy. 111 to 124.6, 121 also 4, Shovik D, 122 to 128, 3.5.6, Bappa, Kivar Gharatanian, Armenian Grandmaster, Bukar Podam 2, Bhelka, Rituraj Amoli 2, Ronojoy 1990, Devesh 2012, GM Yakko Baby. Okay, let's see who he is. He's from Uzbekistan. Not Uzbek, Yakuboev. Okay, strong player, but he did not have a good tournament. He scored 3 out of 5 and then he left. Bahanati, 131 to 140, 3 points each. Silent Killer, Digit 6, Adi 2006, The King Crusher, Sign Play Games, Olik 1 2 3 4 5 6, Shreyans Pandey, Balikole, Ratul 2010, Neeraj Tabok 1 2 3, 141 to 150, Vivanesh, Shogunroy B, Tai 178, Samveer S. Chaudhary, AGM Vivekanand, Vishank 123, Boss Harshdeep 2007, Chess Pritam, Grandmaster Thor Sohini 2009, 151 to 158, Vigna Harta, Satvesh Singh Chaudhary, Sindaram CF, Devashish IRS, Tanveen Kaur, Vugar Arsenov, Dr. Melekes, Sweet Heaven 9. So once again everyone, thank you for tuning in. I'll repeat the top 3 positions one more time. Rook Gambler Champion 9 out of 10, FM Liverpool 8 out of 10, and Divtan